Coming up on a Straight Up R&D Podcast.
Blah, 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 which I think you should just be able to just have a discussion and hear from people who think differently than you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think every person wants something that's good for their people, but the people you've been siding with hasn't done anything. Mm-hmm. They haven't done anything. So it's like a disease. It's a plantation. What's good, y'all?
Yo. What's happening?
We are back. Another episode of Straight Up R&D Podcast, man. We coming out with the content, yo.
Yo, it ain't gonna stop, bro. This shit ain't gonna stop, bro.
Ain't gonna stop.
Yeah, this is Straight Up an R&D Podcast. I'm gonna give it to you real raw, uncut, straight up opinions based on motherfucking facts. And as usual, the number one rule on this podcast is we do not give a fuck about your feelings.
But we appreciate the support.
Yes, we do. But without further ado, this is episode number 37. And just a little background. Election days next week.
Oh, this is crazy.
We're almost there.
You know, every time election day came around in the past, I was just like, whatever. You know, like, all right, cool, election day. I never thought about it, but this election day, it is just so damn important. And it's just like the tension in the air surrounding this election. People are just saying they can't wait. Some people are nervous about the results. Like, this is just, at least in my lifetime, this is the most important election of my life.
I think, look, there's a lot has been going on in this lifetime, like COVID, wars. They got Osama bin Laden, you know, like the Israel war, Ukraine, and then this election. Like, this one is wild, man. We got AI robots, Chat GPT. Like, this is a new wave right now.
This is crazy, man.
A lot of shit is happening in this world.
Yeah, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. So election day is coming up. I remember when we was just a couple months ago, we talking about, you know, Trump, Kamala, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm about to see. They're all, both of the candidates making like their closing arguments, finishing up their rallies. Like, it's done. Now we just wait and see. Literally just wait and see now.
You just gotta really wait and see. You know what I mean? But I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. The tensions is high.
Oh my gosh,
man! Yo, Thanksgiving's gonna be wild. Like, whoever wins, like, it's just gonna be insane.
It's an argument either way.
Either way, it doesn't matter who wins. It's gonna be an argument. It's gonna be a fight. There's gonna be some division. There's gonna be a lot of chatting. But hey, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But without further ado, we're gonna deviate a little bit from the politics. Let that rest and let the people reminisce this weekend of who they're gonna vote for.
Yeah.
But a rapper by the name of Young Thug Life, Slime Life, has been released from jail. He was in jail for the past like 2 years now, like a bit over 2 years. He got released. He's got 15 years probation, which is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Right? And the stipulations with that is he can't live in Atlanta anymore. He can't visit Atlanta unless there's a wedding or a funeral, and he has to get permission to do so, to even go in Atlanta. So, I guess he's out.
You know how hard it is to like not slip up for 15 years? Mm-hmm. Any one mistake, you're getting sent right back to prison. And, I understand, like, yeah, you want to be free. You want to go home, be around your family, your kids, especially the holidays coming up. You want to spend time with your family. But it's like, was there a deal in place? Like, I don't know. I haven't filed a case closely because, to be honest with you, he's a fucking dummy. So it's like, you get what you sow. Like, you want to be around all of that street nonsense, even though you're a millionaire. Go right ahead. That's why your ass was locked up. But, but would it have been better to just do your time and come out as a true free man? Now, I don't know how many years they offer him to do that. Or like, you come out.
I mean,
and
he was
just,
facing a RICO.
So that's what life or like
30. Like, I would take the 15 years probation.
It's like, yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm not saying he made the wrong choice, but it's like, you're not inside those walls, but you're in a different set of walls being outside. Like, 15 years probation. What if you have a assholes of a PO officer?
But the thing is, at least it's not house arrest.
It's not house arrest, but it's probably like what? He probably can't leave the country. You got to be in by a certain time. And he's like a rapper. Like, they do concerts and shows and like club appearances, and they make their money past midnight. So it's like, how is this? I just want to know, like, how is this going to work? Because on the lifestyle he has. And like, you go in the studio. Those rappers not in the studio until like 2-3 in the morning recording. So it's like, I just want to see how this is going to work.
I just want to see if he's going to make it past the first year. Because I know he's going to be wilding out when he gets home. I mean, he's probably wilding out as we speak, you know?
Yeah, he's going to come home, say what up to everybody, be with his family, his girl, eat real food. It's going to be good, but are you going to be able to control yourself for 15 years and not mess up? They're going to be looking for you to mess up.
Yeah, they're going to be waiting for you. They're going to be waiting for him. And I know he probably can't do any drugs. You know, there's probably other stipulations to that they didn't really highlight. But I know curfew, probably going to have an ankle monitor.
Yeah.
Probably can't fly. Probably can't drink. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's going to be tough for him to make music because if you live in that type of lifestyle, you're going to be around the drugs. You're going to be around the drinking and the smoking and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
And yeah, and like, you're going to have to like talk to your PO to be like, hey, I'm going here on this date or that date. What if somebody come to you like, hey, I got an opportunity for you, but I need you to come to the studio. I need you to come to the event tomorrow. He's not going to have enough time to clear that with, you know, his PO to actually take advantage of the opportunity. So it's like, he's going to miss out on some money. And, you know, being on probation, they could stop you anytime, search your car without any, what's this called?
Probable cause.
Yeah, without any probable cause. They could come to your house at 3 a.m, knock down your door, drug test you, search your crib. So it's like, you're going to be living a very uncomfortable life for a long time.
Mm-hmm. But hey, I mean, he chose that lifestyle. He chose that. And that's the one thing I just don't understand. Like, you could be a rapper, millionaire. This dude wrote for Adele, bro. Like, I can't even see him writing for Adele. I'm like,
yeah, like, what the hell he writing
how?
for?
But he wrote for so many artists. He makes all this money, and I'm just like, I just can't wrap my head around the fact that you have to be acting like a fool. Like,
listen, the moment he got put on, he should have been like, listen, I'm a superstar rapper now. I'm known nationally, even globally. I'm pretty sure he definitely performed in other countries.
yeah.
I got to cut you off. I'm done with you. That's what you got to do. Because now you're taking care of so many people now in that position. So by you going to jail, you mess up your family, your kids. I know he got hella kids. You mess up your kids and, you know what I'm saying? So it just, I don't think it's just worth it to still be involved and hang around all them street bums who I know for a fact wasn't doing nothing with themselves. They just hanging around you all day, smoking weed, being yes men, not putting anything positive in your life, but you want to keep them around because you want to be a street dude. Yeah, I'm from the streets. I'm keeping up code.
Just to feel validated.
Just to feel validated.
Like, I really don't get it. I don't get it. Like I don't know. Like they say you come, you move out the hood, you live in a new area. Like, doesn't it occur to you if you live in a new area, you act different? You know what I mean? Like if you hanging around people with money, you act different.
Supposed to.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't get that piece. I really don't get that piece.
But I just think it's all the people in the air and his air, and I guess I blame his supporters also because the people who listen to his music are still like actively in the streets. You know what I mean? So they're just looking at it from a standpoint like, oh, you're supposed to rap what you live in. You know what I mean? But in all honesty, like, you can rap about your past, but you shouldn't still be doing it.
Yeah.
Don't let people get in your ear about what you should be doing with your life. And now he got involved with a RICO, and it's like, damn, bro. Like, I don't know. But he home though.
He home. I mean, as long as he stay on the right path and does what he need to do, in the 15 years will go by fast. Maybe he could spend time with all them damn kids that he got. You know what I mean?
I wonder if he's gonna still hang around Gunna. Cause I know there was a lot.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
That's gonna be interesting. Cause remember everybody was like, "Oh, he snitched on Thug," and ever since he came out, now Gunna is like pretty popular again now because he came out with a hit song. His album was great.
Yeah, fuck you mean. That was a good song.
Yeah, now Gunna is chilling.
He's back. He's back to normal.
Yeah, so now I want to know if he's gonna come out, support Gunna, make music with him. I think he will.
It'll be dope that him and I want to say dope. It will be interesting if Thug and Gunna made a track and released it within this month.
Oh yeah,
because them two was like this.
Yeah, they were close as hell.
They was making all these tracks and blah 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 blah. Because Thug really brought up Gunna. Really, he gave Gunna all that popularity. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see.
I think he will because Thug is popular, but you ain't make music for 2 years. Like time went on. Mm-hmm. There's a new wave of artists now that's popular. So like, I think making a song with Gunna will benefit him. So just
I think it'll keep the fans a little bit like, oh, I guess they don't have a beef, or like shit is straight. But
well, RICO, what are you doing to get a RICO?
He had a gang enterprise. He was running around, calling hits on people, shooting up Lil Wayne tour bus.
And what I don't understand too, like people was like free Thug, and people be like free Thug and free all these other rappers and shit. But like, I remember, I don't know, it was the mayor. It was some representative in Atlanta. They're basically saying, yeah, with Thug and all these people off the street, crime went down.
That's insane.
So it was like, yo, you saying free these people, but they were legit criminals.
Havoc, menace to society.
Like, golly, bro, like they were legit criminals. So I don't know, man. I don't understand the rap industry. It's the only segment of music that I can think of that artists get put on and just go backwards. Like I don't.
That's all. I just don't get it.
I just don't get it. Like I don't really.
It makes
see
no
it anywhere
sense.
else. I don't.
So you don't see it in country music, rock music. Even pop. Like even some Latin music. Like I don't see what's the. Like, why you need to hang on to that?
I don't know.
Maybe it's because of the shit that they're saying. Like, they want to brag about how hard they had it and how tough they are, and they get all this money, they get all these chicks. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's why, and they have to put themselves in that area or in that zone to continue to, make that type of music. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. You're right. But shoot, you don't have to. Just rap.
And all of them is lying anyway. So I don't understand.
They're all lying. I mean, like, look at Future. As much shit people want to say about Future, he's doing his thing, ain't getting locked up. I don't ever remember him get involved with any type of criminal activity or like hearing about him in the news getting locked up. Like, he's just making music.
In and out of jail. Like, no.
Yeah, like he's moving how he's supposed to move. So it's like there are certain rappers who's doing it right. Like even Drake. Well, Drake never really came up on that street stuff, but he's managed to stay out of trouble. Who was I could think of?
Kendrick.
Oh yeah, definitely Kendrick, J. Cole. Like there are rappers who stay out of trouble. And I don't know why people just don't follow them, but
it amuses me sometimes how they can keep going in and out of jail and just like Kodak.
Oh my God.
Like, it amazes me how these dudes go in and out. And I'm like, damn, like, don't you just get in there, sit down for a couple of years, and then come out? Like, they in and out, in and out, in and out. I mean,
I think they just like jail, bro. Like, it's like he got pardoned by Trump, right? And when Trump left office, you would think that that's the final straw. And that wasn't his first time in jail either.
hell no.
He was in jail multiple times, but like even after that, I think he got in some trouble. It's like, how hard is it just
He's
to
in
make?
some trouble right now.
He in trouble right now?
Yeah, I think he got locked up now. Like,
Straight Up R&D Podcast.
Yo, this guy's in and out. Yo, I'm telling you, this guy's in. I'm like, how? Even Tekashi just got locked up again.
I did hear about that, but I didn't see it. I thought it was fake.
Nah, cause he was wilding out in DR or something like that, and then he came back over here wilding out again. And I'm like, bro, no one even listens to your music anymore, and you're like still getting in trouble for some way somehow. You know, I don't even understand.
Yeah, he's not doing rap. He's popular in like
Internationally.
Yeah,
internationally.
but like I again, you got money, you got the lifestyle everybody wants. Why are you still wilding out, getting locked up in jail and stuff? Like I really do think some people just like jail, bro. Like Kodak. Like I don't know who's in his ear, what type of mentors he has around him, but like, unless he's just stupid. So it's like, why are you still getting locked up? The man has it all: fame, money, cars, big ass house, but getting locked up is where it's at.
Even Lil Pump, he's not even getting in trouble.
Damn, what happened to him though?
I remember he was like endorsing Trump and all this other nonsense, but he's not even getting in trouble, and he was doing some foolishness too.
Yeah,
Trippie Redd ain't getting in trouble.
Oh yeah, Trippie Redd. Yeah, he's popular. He's not getting no trouble.
Them dudes they making their music. You know what I mean? But I don't know. And then now you got Lil Durk getting locked up.
Another dummy. He gone.
He probably gonna get life, right?
He murdered for hire and somebody actually died? He's gone.
And you know what's crazy? The wrong person died. Like they didn't even get the person that they wanted.
Jesus.
I'm like,
Jesus.
he was
They
trying
just killing people.
Yo,
yo.
I'm just like, what the heck? Like, he was trying to get Quando Rondo, but they got Quando Rondo's cousin.
Yeah, it was his cousin.
His cousin, and it's just like, bro, like, why? Like, okay, I get it. They trying to spin the block for Vaughn.
Spin the block for a dead man. He gone. Make your music. It's like all right, Vaughn was your best friend. Yeah, I don't think they're related. They were just your best friend, and like it hurts, but don't get involved in that, man.
He might as well have done it himself.
Locked
Yeah,
up
I mean,
anyway.
like, hey, he locked up anyway. You just delayed the time.
Like, you gotta think about these shit. And I remember everybody was like, why you ain't sliding for Vaughn? Why you not sliding for? That's what I'm saying. The people who are egging him on are people who ain't got nothing to lose. He has so much, and I followed Durk throughout his whole career. When he first came out in that Chicago era, when I was in high school. And he was like a local rapper. Then he got some national buzz, but he wasn't that big. And ever since he did that track with Drake, he blew up. Now he's just a big-time artist. So you work hard all those years to throw it all away. Because people like, oh, you got to spin the block for Vaughn. And it's like, yeah, it's sad that he died, but it's like, What you gonna do, bro? You're not in the streets no more.
Nah.
You're not in the streets.
He in the streets.
He has a lot of kids. Again, they're not thinking about this. You got so many kids, they depending on you. You probably got your parents. I know his father just got home from jail probably like a few years ago. I know it was recent. He did all that time when you was a kid, and now you're going in jail. He comes out, you go in. Durk ain't coming home.
He's not.
He's not coming. Like, these are some serious charges. Serious. And I know from the time, I know he in that jail cells playing that game of like, damn, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should have done this. I wish I didn't do this. I could have done this. I shouldn't have listened to these people.
Bro, like, how did it come back to me? I heard he in the same jail as NBA YoungBoy.
He locked up too?
Yeah, he locked up too.
What's going on?
NBA YoungBoy locked up. Remember, they had got this beef. They had this beef going on, and NBA and him is in the same jail. In the same jail. I'm like, that is crazy.
Bro, what's going? He's another one too that's always getting locked up. And then out of jail.
It's like they want to be there. It's like a vacation.
If they don't want the money, just give it to Straight Up R&D Podcast.
Yo, just donate to the podcast.
Like, if y'all don't want it, we'll take it.
Yo, just leave it, drop a comment, like and subscribe, and just we'll set up the Zelle and just send it to us. Yo. You take Cash Card, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, whatever it is, we'll take it. Wire transfer, Western
This
Union.
is just so embarrassing. And, unfortunately, very unfortunately, other cultures, they see that and kind of want to say that's a representation of black people. Literally, when you travel, they see like Sexy Red and NBA YoungBoy getting locked up. They think that's all of us. That's not all of us, bro. Like, that's them idiots.
That's them.
That's them. That's not us. I even saw Sexy Red today. Jesus Christ. I saw her today. She voted. I only saw because somebody reposted it. Kamala Harris reposted on her page. Or like her team reposted on her page, whatever. She's like, oh, I voted for Kamala Harris to protect my coochie or something like that.
Oh my God.
She like, they got no rights to our coochies. It was some shit like that. Ass bent over, Kamala Harris stickers on each ass cheek. And I'm like, this is the shit you repost?
Kamala Harris reposted that?
Yes, it was on her page, like her campaign page.
Oh my gosh.
And they just like put a line across coochies, but you can see it says. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Show my wife, I'm like, yo, this is who y'all represent?
Oh my gosh. That's disgusting.
Disgusting. Got that another dummy, Cardi B, speaking at a Kamala Harris rally. Don't even know from her left, from her right, but damn, got the nerve to tell people who to vote for. I know we said we're cooling down to politics. But I'm just saying, I had to bring it up.
Nah, I mean it's true, and I really hope. I know we talked about this in the last episode, but like, I really hope people really don't take these celebrities' opinions too strongly because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
They don't know.
They don't know. They don't know. It's like, I get it.
Especially Sexy Red.
Especially her. And the thing is, like, they get all this money and it's like they forget how their life was from before. You know what I mean? They say, oh, they don't forget where they come from and blah, 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 bullshit. You forgot where you came from. Because if you knew, you wouldn't even get involved in the politics.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have been like, you know what? Let me stay my ass out of it. But nothing more than they got a bag for an endorsement. They had to get a bag for an endorsement, bro.
I
don't think they do now off the strength because they really don't care.
Because it's just her parents. It's like, hey, just make this appearance. We'll send you $1 million or whatever the hell they're offering. But they come do that appearance and that's it. Like we said in the last episode, they don't say anything else about it. They just make their appearance or make their little posts, and that's all the politics you're getting from them. They go out, they go on about their regular life. They go perform at some club, making $1 million a night or whatever.
Shake some ass and then say, yeah, go vote for the Dems, and that's it. And you're supposed to be good. But yeah, that shit just doesn't make any sense to me.
Doesn't make sense. So, Lil Durk, no, you definitely can't hear this, but you locked up right now.
No, he probably can. They got iPads, PS5s, phones. They smoking weed in there. Like, I guess.
They chilling in there.
They chilling. So you probably will watch this. And if you're watching this, share it with your other inmates. You know what I'm saying? Let them watch it too. And hopefully we convince y'all to not get back in jail again once you come out.
He need to get Young Thug lawyer. Because I don't know how, bro, he's facing a RICO. I don't even know how he's free. Like, even though
he pleaded guilty. So they had a plea deal. So it wasn't like he was, dismissed of all charges.
Yeah. But that's still a good deal to get worked out, though.
Yeah.
From a RICO?
And the case is still going on. So so it ain't even done. So maybe he'll get brought back up in again, but it doesn't look like it. But we got to see. So Young Thug is free and Lil Durk is in.
Crazy. And we'll see.
It's like they did the swap.
I know they good friends too. So
oh yeah,
I feel so. Yeah, I feel like when they were both out together, they made a lot of music together. So we'll see what type of support he get. We'll see if them street people that you will listen to going to support your kids, help your kids and your family out.
They're gonna screw your girl, and you know what I mean, take your money and lie and screw your family over. But speaking of all that, it was a video that was released. I guess it was recently. It was all over social media. About this mother pulling up to her son's girlfriend's father's house.
Yeah.
Right? And she came up there because their girlfriend's father put hands on her son. So what kind of unfolded was that it seems like I tried to find a full video, but couldn't get the full video. But
yeah,
it seems like her son went over to his girlfriend's house, but his girlfriend's house was her father's house, and the rules in that man's house was, you and my daughter, y'all don't go in the room together. That was the rule. Every parent, you know what I mean? Like, it's a thing. Like, y'all two don't go in the room. Y'all stay in the living room, or y'all stay, you know what I mean, in a common area where we know y'all not doing anything.
Yeah.
He didn't listen, or they both didn't listen, and he was in the room with the man's daughter. So, obviously, as a father, he got angry, right? One, you broke my rules in my house, and two, you in the room with my daughter, right? And he put his hands on him. Probably put his hands on him, like, in the sense of pulling him and pushing him or whatever.
Yeah, probably like, get up out of here.
Like to get out of his house. This boy went and told his mama, told his mama, this man put his hands on me. And the woman had to go to that man's house. And while she was there, she, putting the finger in the face. Oh, you better not put hands on my child, blah, 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 blah. And, at the end of the day, the father was like, did you know where your son was, where he was at? Do you know why?
She don't even know the situation.
Do you know why? Oh, he just told me he was going to a friend's house. He's like, nah, he was at my house. He was trying to be with with his daughter, with my daughter. And like, he was in the room and he explained it to her, but the mother didn't get it.
Emotional.
She's like ready to fight. And her son is just standing there next to her, not doing a damn thing. And he's just like, yeah, he put his hands on me. Like, come on, bro. And like, the moral of the story is, where is this boy's father?
That's the only question I have. Because for her to pull up to that man's house, that's the job of the father. If you feel like something was done wrong to your son and you got to go to the father's house, that should be a man-to-man discussion. Because obviously you rolling up to this man's house and your son breaking his rules, disrespecting his home, disrespecting his daughter. It's his daughter. And then you want to go out and say like, hey, why you put your hands on my son? Okay, I understand the situation, but don't put your hand. What father want to do that? You walk in the house and catch another dude in the bed with your daughter. You think peace and tranquility about to be going on? The father's going to be mad and going to pull him like, yo, get off my daughter. Throw your ass out the house and like, don't come back again. That's what's going to happen. So that's why I'm like, this should be a father-to-father discussion because this is where logic needs to come into place. Mm-hmm. You need to hear the full side of the story of like why that happened. Reprimand your son and then move on. Not go over to somebody's house and threaten them and be like, put your hands on my son and see what happened. I'm like, no, I would have doubled down. I'm like, oh, really? Let him step foot on my porch again. He gonna get 2 black eyes and see. I want to see what's gonna happen. He needs to now permanently stay away from my daughter.
That's right.
And then I was like, I don't need to have this discussion with you. Where the father at? This is a man-to-man conversation. I need to talk to the father. Unless if you can't bring him here, then I don't know. I don't really know what to say about you. Slam the door in the face and go upstairs. And then go to my daughter, ground her for 5 extra more weeks for having this lady come to my goddamn doorstep. It would have been on and popping.
No, that's really out of pocket, yo.
That's extremely out of pocket.
Yo, nah, he violent. Because the number one thing is, all right, you in this man's house and you knew the rules. It's not like the father didn't say anything to you and it's free range. You do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Nah, you go to somebody's house, especially if you chilling with a shorty and she at her dad's house. You respect the place. You don't do that.
It's that simple.
You know what I mean? It's just that simple. It's like, it's clear that he wasn't raised to have common sense and respect.
Single mama household.
You know what I mean? That definitely shows he's only living with his mom and his dad is wherever. You know what I'm saying? And this just draws back the fact that both parents are needed to raise a child. One person cannot raise a child. And even if it was just the father, like, you know, one parent cannot raise a child. You need two. You need to, because that's really a situation where the father should be talking. That's a lesson the father can teach the son right there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's like, listen, man, my son came to me, said you put your hands on him. What happened? What caused you to do that? Oh, really? You was in the bed with this man's daughter?
I see why. He probably put his hands on you again. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's where that discussion will come. Because if the son came to the father and said, yo, like you said, this guy put his hands on me. Okay, why did he do that? Oh, I was in the room with his daughter. Okay, why were you in the room with his daughter? You know what I mean? What were you trying to do? Mm-hmm. Did he tell you shouldn't do that? You know what I mean? There would have been more logic and reasoning behind that versus obviously, apparently with the woman, she got emotional. She's on the fact that you put your hands on my child. Fuck all the reason why and what happened. It's the mere fact that you put your hands on my child. So now I'm going to come and confront you. Right? Mm-hmm. That shouldn't have been. It should have been like, okay, why did this happen?
A discussion should have happened. And see why. See, listen, man. When you're raised in a single parent household, the mother just, especially when it comes to their son, they just overprotect. Son could do no wrong. And to be honest with you, that's why they go out into the streets, commit all these crimes, because mommy's always going to build them out, because there's no order, there's no structure in the household. They basically going to feel like they could just do whatever they want. And then the son grow up and being criminal. Where did I go wrong? That's exactly what it's going to say. What did I do so wrong for him to act like this, to be in and out of jail? Mm-hmm. Because of situations like this where you don't hold your son accountable. Don't hold him accountable for nothing. And to be honest, that son should have just kept it to himself. It's like, you're in the wrong. What you running home to your mom for? It's like, damn, I got caught in the bed with this man's daughter. Like, you're in the wrong. Take it like a G. Go home, fix your mistake, and go
honestly,
apologize to that father.
Right. You're right. Honestly, he should have manned up and kept it to himself and went to the father and apologized. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
That would have been a real move right there.
But again, he's raised by his mom. He don't have those masculine qualities in him. So this is what you get. This is what you get.
That's a perfect case of the system right there.
Yep.
Because she really thinks she could raise that child by herself.
Boys need their fathers. Because the role of a father is to teach their sons how to become men, how to be masculine, and how to deal with certain situations. Mm-hmm. A mom can't teach that. A mama could, be nurturing and loving, but a mom can't teach their sons on how to be a man.
Not possible. Not possible.
It's not possible. And then when a man, say that son grows up now, looking for love, looking for a wife, the woman he gonna come across are like, damn, you're really like me. You're real emotional. You're real feminine. Like,
shit. Probably more feminine than the female.
See what I'm saying? Like, I was heated looking at that. I was like, there is no way you coming up to this man's house telling him what to do.
I bet you she's a Democrat.
Oh, definitely forcing that boy to vote for Kamala.
Oh, man. Yo, nah. No, if I was that father, I would be heated too.
100%.
He's got all right to be upset.
100%. I would have shut the door in her face like, until the father come here, get off my property, please. Point blank.
So his father talked to him? We don't have no discussion right here.
You got nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. Because you want to be all aggressive. Come to my crib and be all that aggressive? Oh, dunzo.
Yeah, that was wild. And she was really putting her hands in his face. Like, he was real calm with it.
Because he like, oh, my mom is here. He gonna let his mom deal with it. Damn dummy.
So now how does she expect that boy to become a man now? And it was recorded, so it's not like it was.
He's gonna have to figure that out for himself. Like, it's gonna be a time when he's in his 20s. He's gonna realize, damn, I wasn't raised how to be a man, and he's just gonna have to go on his own journey to being a man, because he's gonna be around other boys, his other friends who he noticed that, like, damn, I don't have those qualities, or I don't, I'm not as masculine as them, and he's gonna have to teach himself in life, or unless he's hanging around other liberals, and they all feminine anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably just gonna slip right into the Kamala.
Yeah.
Kamala.
Yo, I saw a clip the other day. There was like, the guy was like, the Democrats are so messed up. My grandmother voted for Kamala, Kool-Aid, whatever you want to call it.
Kool-Aid. Oh man,
Yo,
that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Kool-Aid. That's a New York.
Kamala, Kool-Aid, whatever.
Kool-Aid Harris. Damn.
Thanksgiving, yo, I can't wait.
Yo, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit, man. Damn, but yeah, that makes me think like why do black people hold on so strong to the Democratic Party, bro? Like, why? Like, what is it? It's like if you're black, you're born a Democrat. Like, you just, and it's like defining black is being a Democrat.
Yeah. Because that's just what we were taught. That's just what we were taught. And like, hey, you're black, you're voting Democrat. And
That kind of has a nice ring to it.
yeah, shit. That's what Biden said. You ain't black if you don't vote for Democrat. If you don't vote for him, that's what he said. Yeah. And everybody was like, yes, master, and went to the polls and voted for him. But anyway, so.
And look what they got. Oh, man.
So I do think there was a graph that showed.
It's so funny. I just thought about the time this motherfucker wore a Trump hat. Like, it was like, after all of that, if you're not black, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. But then this man goes and wears a Trump hat.
And wears a Trump hat, He's literally sabotaging.
Yo, Trump should have trolled him so hard and like,
oh my gosh, that was a missed opportunity.
Made a T-shirt out of him.
That was a missed opportunity. He probably said something, but he should have like went hard on that. You see what he doing with this garbage truck shit? Like he's leaning into it. He should have leaned.
Funny.
That was funny. He should have been like,
yo, he was quick with it.
He was quick with it.
Oh man.
But yeah, like there's a graph that came out and showed ever since Obama, every election, black people has been going to the Republican Party. Now, still majority of black people voting for Democrat.
Yeah, I saw that.
But we've been leaving because now, what have they done for us? They promise us every election, we're going to do this and that. But what have they done? Every Democratic ran city is expensive and the crime is out of control. Like, it's terrible. California is terrible. San Fran is terrible. Like, there is really no incentive to being a Democrat, especially if you're black. And, you know, a lot of people don't like to voice it because you get called a coon, Uncle Tom, and blah, 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 which I think you should just be able to just have a discussion and hear from people who think differently than you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think every person wants something that's good for their people, but the people you've been siding with hasn't done anything. Mm-hmm. They haven't done anything. So it's like a disease. It's a plantation. It's a Democratic plantation. That
so sad.
Yeah, that black people are on, and I honestly don't know what's going to take for them to, you know, really wake up and realize they are not for us. They letting in all these illegal migrants to replace y'all, so they could continue to get votes, and they're giving them everything. Mm-hmm. But still, Black America has received nothing from this party. So now people just like, you know what? I'm going to vote for Trump. I'm going to side with this side who actually cares about Americans and see what happens.
You know, when you said, you know, Democratic states are high crime, expensive, like, think about it. You know, California.
Jesus.
Wild. New York. Wild. Chicago is another one. Wild.
Chicago is going through it.
Michigan? Is Michigan blue?
I think they're blue, but
I think it is.
You know, they're not, I don't think they're as heavy as blue as, like, you know, Cali, New York. But I think they have a chance to flip red. Because I have heard Michigan here and there saying, like, they might flip red. I think they have a chance, but they're blue, though. Like, Detroit is a liberal city. Minnesota's blue.
Illinois, Pennsylvania. But, you know, I think Nevada is going to turn red. I mean, blue.
You think Nevada's going to turn blue?
Yeah. I think it's going to turn blue because, you know, I feel like when there's a shift in where a lot of celebrities are living, it causes that state to turn blue. Because think about it, New York.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, New York, Cali, LA, Hollywood, blue. the new spot now for a lot of rich people is Vegas. Because a lot of them are leaving California because of the BS that's going on, and they've had enough of it. So a lot of them are moving out, and they're going to Nevada to live or open a business. You got the MGM, the boxing, and all that. So it's like that whole city just blew up, and I feel like they're gonna turn blue.
This election, a few days.
Oh no, like this election now, I can't tell.
But eventually,
like maybe like a couple more elections after this, they're gonna turn blue and become more liberal with all the nonsense. Because I feel a lot of people from Cali. Let's say the Democrats that can't afford California, they'll probably slip right on over to Nevada.
A lot of them are going to Texas, and a lot of Texans are like, don't bring that California crap over here.
Yeah, but Houston is heavily Democrat.
Yeah, Houston is heavily Democrat.
So imagine they go to these major cities and they turn them blue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Look at New York.
Like another New York.
You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like that's what's gonna happen eventually. And maybe California. Oh no, there's no hope for California. But I mean, like, I know Florida needs to stay red because it might be hard for Florida because
Obama won Florida though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it might be hard for them because the pandemic.
Yeah, and I think Florida's going to stay red, but like pretty recent history, they were blue.
Yeah, they were blue.
But I think they're going to stay red. I think DeSantis has a really good lock on Florida, and people who are there, they're Republican. So I think Florida is safe. Pennsylvania is the one that's going to call this election. I feel like Pennsylvania is going to come out for Trump, but it really is a toss-up. Yeah, but the Latino comments, now who knows?
But I don't know. I don't think. Look,
I don't think it'll play that big of a deal.
I don't think it's gonna play that big of a deal. I think they're trying to make it that big of a deal when it's really not that. Because I feel like the Latinos are gonna vote for Trump, regardless of the whole immigration and migrants and all that other stuff. Regardless of all that, I think they're still gonna vote for Trump because they could see the bullshit.
Yeah,
they can see it, And the Dems, they're over promising right now, and they half the shit can't even happen.
Yeah, yeah. And plus, I said this last episode, I just can't see another Democrat being president. Like, it doesn't even matter like what your feelings are. It's like, all right, you got to mix it up somehow. You can't just let them election after election just let it be a Democratic run country. But we'll see.
So I do have to ask, like, do you feel like there's like a shift between like Republican, Democrat, where back in the day, being a Democrat, getting more rights, getting more, programs in the states and stuff like that, those were good back then, right? Mm-hmm. But now I feel like there's some sort of shift going on where the Republicans are actually being more beneficial to the everyday American.
Yes, and that's the thing. Democrats back in the day, they were known to benefit like blue collar, hardworking American workers. Now that's a Republican Party because the Democrats, bro, they just went way too Looney Tunes. They just went way too far left that their identity is kind of screwed up. I don't even know like who they're really representing much now, because you see like even some unions not backing the Democrats right now. You see, I forgot that group name that's backing Republicans. It's going to come to me. But you see like everyday working Americans backing the Republican Party because, I mean, with the rate of inflation, like especially men are not able to provide for their families. So it's like, if this party is causing prices to go up and having inflation at an all-time high, how is that going to benefit the blue-collar, working, everyday Americans that's trying to provide for their family? It's not. So everybody is now starting to look at the Republican Party like, okay, this is the party for everyday Americans and everyday people. All Democrats was like, hey, we're just going to tax, do this and do that, whatever. Like, it's just not, the message is not resonating anymore. And then also, like, again, you're just going too far left with some shit. Where now you don't even know what a woman is anymore. You have these. No, I mean, like, it's just the truth. It's just like, all right, like, where are we going as a party now? Like, what's really going on?
Like, what's the direction?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on now? And people, I should have woke up. Well, you got Robert Kennedy signing with Donald Trump, and his family is historically Democrats.
Like, that says something.
That says something. So you should know the Democratic Party is not who they were. What? Shit, they're not even who they were when Obama went into office.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell. They jumped off a cliff.
I think, I think it's a mixture of people in there that just doesn't really have like a good vision of what the country really needs. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they vote or they focus too much on every individual's feelings. Like, oh, I feel like I'm XYZ today, or I feel like I need this, and I want to have free this, and I want to have free healthcare, and I want to have free this. And they try to cater to everybody's needs, knowing that it's impossible to do so. You can't make everybody happy.
You can't.
You really can. But I feel like they're trying to do so many things, but not really have a real objective to what they want to accomplish. Mm-hmm. You know, they say, the rent is too high, right? Mm-hmm. The rent is too high because there's not enough housing. You go out around here in New York, you know how many high-rise buildings, new apartment buildings, they can't find nobody to rent it? Why? Because it's too damn expensive.
Too damn expensive. Way too expensive.
So you have people building stuff, right? But can't pay their loans back on the property they just built because they can't find people that can afford it.
The market is too high.
So what do? Okay, well, try to find a roommate. 3 of y'all stay in one apartment and figure it out. The room is like a box, a 10 by 10 box, and you got to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Like, nobody wants to live like that.
Nobody wants to live
Come on now. Like, there's so much space and so much land in this country. You shouldn't have to be crammed up in a 10 by 10 box. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I feel like they focus too much on, we need people to build more and build more places to live. There's so many houses out there.
Yeah, that's
so many. And then you talk about the environment, that they want to help the environment by cutting out all these trees, buying more materials. That's hurting the environment in the long run.
Mm-hmm. Which is what I always said. It's not really much of a housing crisis. It's an affordability problem. It's
an affordability crisis.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's not a housing problem.
Like, there's houses out there for sale. You could buy a house, apartments out. People can't afford shit. They can't afford it. And I think that's another reason why people are shifting too, because it's like, look, when you try to please so many groups, you're gonna leave some people out. And like I was saying, this all fair. I think that creates racism. If you put a program in place just benefiting black people, like, it's like, cool, it's good for us, but there's gonna be some people left out, and then they're gonna look at black people a different way, like, oh, you got that program just because you're black, but not because you actually earned that right. Now, you could debate all day if that's right or wrong, but that's still what it's going to cause. Like, I think about how Black Lives Matter. You thought that was a positive movement, but then you got White Lives Matter coming out, All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, all that shit coming out. So that one movement where we're just focusing on us created some type of racism towards black people. Now, am I saying that's right? No, but it's just that's what it does. So now people are like, we need something to benefit all Americans. And the Democratic Party right now, they're looking at the party who hates America. Because you allowing all these illegal migrants in here and giving them all of the resources that should be going to America. And people are seeing it. They're like, whoa, homeless veterans, people are broke. You giving them millions upon millions of dollars towards the migrants. What about the people who are here suffering? People are waking up to that. I mean, some people still brain dead what's going on, but people are actually looking at this and like, nah, this ain't right.
No, I think people are starting to wake up, like you said, but it's the management needs to be better. And I get it. Like, if you say, oh, you're making an agenda strictly for black people or strictly for one particular race of people, that it can look as like, damn, what about everybody else? What about the Latinos? What about the Asians? What about the Indians?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? This is America. We're mixed with everything.
Mixed with
right?
everything.
But now you got me thinking, hey, here they have the Asian hate bill.
And how many times as black Americans we talked about that bill? You think some people not going to look at Asians differently? It just is what it is. When you just give a certain group rights and leave out other groups, people going to be like, what the hell they did to get those protection? And black people have been suffering for years, and especially we've been complaining about police brutality, and we don't get no type of, black people hate bill or whatever. Like, whatever. Like,
they could never do that.
You know what I'm saying?
They could never do that.
You look at there's a group of black people. I'm not saying us, there's a group of black people, or not even black people, white people, Hispanic, whatever, that look at these Asians now and like, screw you. It just is what it is. It is what it is. That's what it creates. That it does create some type of racism.
Yeah, it does create some division amongst races to say, oh, well, what makes these people so special that they can have this over us?
That's
it
I'm
makes
saying.
another person feel less than the other race feel less than human because they're not getting whatever this freebie is or this law or this bill or this act strictly for them. And, I could understand that, but it's kind of tricky because it's like...
tricky. It is tricky.
It's kind of tricky because it's like, was there really Asian hate going on? There was. The whole pandemic, the whole COVID thing.
There was.
They were getting attacked. They were literally getting attacked just for being Asian.
Yeah.
Is that right? No, it's not. Right? But like, you go back, you say, okay, what about black people? We're getting less jobs, marginalized, segregation, all of that. Yes. Don't get me wrong. We solved that back then already. We solved that back then. And the population of black people in America was higher than Asians and Indians and all of them, right? So back then it worked. But to continue to think that we deserve all of these extra black agenda, legalizing marijuana and all of this other stuff, it's like they're trying to fulfill the past as if we're still being like
it's still Jim Crow.
Yeah, it's like it's still Jim Crow today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I get it. You can say all these other extra stuff like, oh, this is a form of Jim Crow, but you could walk into any store and get food. You can get virtually any job if you work hard.
There's nothing stopping black people today.
You can start a business. I mean, it's not like we don't have black billionaires. It's not like we don't have black businesses. It's not like, there's not black people in your job. You know what I mean?
Black people in positions of power,
black people in position of power. We have these things. So, like, what more can you really be begging for?
Exactly.
Right? And I think everything turns right back around to the family. Because there's no discipline into getting these certain things. Because you look at the Nigerians and all them from Ghana and all that, when they come here,
dominate.
they work hard.
They come here and
You
dominate.
look at people that come from the other countries, they come here and they work hard. So then it's like, what more are you really asking for? You have a playing field that you can work and get to your advantage. To have to your advantage. Why do you need? Oh, we need $25,000 to buy a house, or we need this and that and the third. Do you know the repercussions of getting that?
It feeds into the victim mentality that our people have, and I really get sick and tired of hearing it. Me personally, I don't really need like black only programs or black only. What I need, give me the opportunity and get out my way. What I mean by that, put laws in place that laws and policies in place that benefits all Americans, and I want the government out of my way and let me go. Like the same thing we talk about Airbnb. People could have literally I'm talking about New York now. I don't think it's for the whole country, but in New York, people was rented out spaces in their house, or maybe buying the buildings and Airbnb out. Now the government put regulations on it, stopped a lot of people's income and stopped a lot of people's income, another form of income from people, because the government had to get involved. I don't want the government involved in so much of my life. It's just, listen, put something in place that benefits all Americans, that could give me the opportunity to succeed and feed my family, and get out the way. Stop. The government is not to be involved in everything. The Democrats, they want to be involved in the way you talk on social media. They want to affect your free speech. They want to affect how parents parent their children. They want to be involved in basically healthcare. I hope everybody remember the COVID-19, how you had to get the shot in order to work and to feed your family. They want to get involved in every aspect of your life. Republicans, they're just like, listen, go do your thing. We'll get involved if we necessarily have to, but it's America.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, I know. Remember, they put in the whole to get the food stamps and to get the extra aid. The father can't be in the house, right, for women. So it's like they accepted that. You know what I mean? And look how long ago that was in effect. It's literally destroyed our families today.
Yeah.
So it's like, we just talked about the woman who was upset that another dude put his hands on her son.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, the principle. Where is the principle? Where is the teaching for that boy to understand you don't do that, right? You don't do something like that. You don't disrespect another man's house like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all of these things is what I feel is just continuously destroying black people. The more we play victim and try to victimize ourselves, right? And the more the government gives us, the worse off we actually become. So it's like, is the Democratic Party out to help black people? Or is it just I'm going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to give you something that is going to make you feel good, but I know it ain't going to solve your problem.
Now I'm just going to focus on these other groups, and
you know what I mean?
When election time, then I come talk back to y'all again.
Like, they say what the average reading level for black people is like 5th grade, and the thing is, look, I'll say this: New York, they got a good education system, public education system compared to some other states. I will say that, because you go down to Atlanta, yo, you think you're dealing with some some knuckleheads. I was in Houston. You can tell, bro. You can tell.
God damn.
And I'm just like, Florida, you can tell, bro. You can fucking tell, bro.
Jesus.
But out here in New York, I feel like kids are a little bit smarter. Like, our school's a little bit more rigorous. But once you start heading down south, even South Carolina, North Carolina, it's just like they just move different. You know what I mean? It's much slow. They don't really the social media, that stuff like they just I don't want to use the word like delayed as if they have a learning disability, but you could tell their courses are not really like engaging them much. They just, I'm just going to school because I have to. You know what I mean? So even Alabama, bro, like it's bad.
It's bad down there.
It's bad. Like those are some states you don't want to raise a child. No, I'm just saying, like, because it's, you want them to be successful and educated. Not to say that they can't be educated, but you do a general
public school.
Public school. You do a general consensus. You're like, yo, the reading and math is pretty damn low. But I think it's about time people start realizing that the Democratic Party is not really helping you out anymore. And I'm not going to run around and say I'm over here championing the Republican Party, but it's more on the sense of look at around you, look at how your family is being affected, and just think what would really help you? Like, what would really help you? Don't just give me a handout and say, yeah, you need this. Here you go, take it. And you're because you're black, you're marginalized already. It's like they tell you that you are. You may not even feel it. Have I faced some questionable things throughout my life? That's like, damn, maybe because I was black or maybe because of this.
Yeah, that's just gonna happen.
It's gonna happen though.
I can tell people like racism. I always say like racism is gonna exist as long as evil exists in this world. It's just something you just gonna have to deal with from time to time. Like some people are just raised racist, and it is what it is. Majority of people are not racist though. Like I met more good people than bad. So it's like it's not a huge problem in this country where it's like stopping you from achieving success. But, I look at it like, all right, cool. There's some people racist. I don't give a fuck. Like, y'all over there and I'm here. Like, I'm not centering my life around it. Whenever you talk to some black people, everything out their mouth. Yeah, the system racist. The man won't allow me opportunities, or I can't do this and I can't do that. It's like, bro, you're just in a victim mindset, not trying to achieve anything. And and the Democrats feed into that.
Yeah, that's what they feed off of. They're like, yes, yes, you're marginalized. Yes, it's because you're black.
While Obama out there rich as fuck selling books.
Bro, we had a black president. Like all of that. If anything, it should be the Hispanics and Asians saying that they can't achieve anything. We had a black president, like the highest chair in the United States.
Yep.
The commander-in-chief was black. It's like, okay, stop it now. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's a lot of those people from back in the days who lived through that experience.
Yeah.
And they can't let go of it. Right? And that's fair because they literally experienced it. I get it. That was their life. But to throw it on the next generation to say, yeah, you are the victim, and raise that the next generation as the victim, you're doing a big disservice because you went through it back then doesn't mean it's the same thing. You went through it back then, and laws and policies and acts and all this stuff was passed to make it better for the following generation. Correct? Right. So you can't keep acting like it's the same shit going on. It's not.
It's not.
We got people, black people in all levels, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You may go to one job and all the top bosses is white. But does that mean a black person can't be there?
Nope. You there? You the one that walked in there.
What I mean? Now work your way up the ladder. Play the game. Get there. It's that victim mentality, bro. We got to get out of it.
Yeah, man. So black people are starting to wake up and shift away from it. But we'll see what happens in the future. We'll see what happens with another 4 years from now. Who black people are going to like be siding with. And I don't know. But as of we stand today, majority of black Americans are with Democrats. Because, you know, got people just making false promises and they just eat that shit up.
I think maybe after this election it's going to change.
Oh, that black people going to be Republican?
Well, I wouldn't say be Republican. I'd say be more of a free thinker.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because to me, it's like...
It's happening now.
Yeah, it's happening now. And I look, it's not just, be turned from Democrat to Republican. I think it's more being a free thinker. Meaning, if the next candidate is a Democrat and they're like saying some real shit that, like this could really benefit me.
Of course.
Vote for them. If it's a Republican doing that shit, they'll vote for them. I feel like now they're going to be the independent voters.
Yeah, it's like, all right. Let me actually hear what the other side has to say. Let me not be influenced by the media. And that's the difference between me, between last election and now. It's like, all right, let me actually see what this man has said and not just believe the media. And you know what's even crazy? Trump, on what I think the day he had that garbage vest on, when he rolled up in a garbage truck, he made comments and said that I'm going to protect women whether they like it or not, right? He was talking about immigration because, you had, gang members who attacked women and killed them. So he's like, I'm going to protect them by closing off the border and stuff. Kamala Harris' campaign just took the clip of whether they like it or not and related it to all other problems. And I'm like, he did not say this. They literally, and I'm like, how is this not illegal? But people are going to look at that and not have the proper context of what he was saying and say Trump is a bad man, Trump is misogynist. And I'm like, they cannot be willing to push this. Like, they literally edited it out and it's typed in all other stories of things he did not say. So that's why I'm saying, like, you really can't believe the national media. You cannot believe. And it's crazy. Unless you're informed and pay attention to this, you would not know. I couldn't believe what I saw. And that's exactly what they did in 2016 and 2020. Just influence us by spewing that propaganda, man. Like, it's wild. It's really wild.
I mean, it's dirty politics. That's what it really boils down to at the end of the day. And I just hope black people can start thinking for themselves. And they don't need a politician to run around and tell them, oh, the other candidate's bad and da-da-da. Like, pull up the facts, do your research. If, you're really into the politics and you want to learn, even if you're not, what is it that you want? You know what I mean? Look that up. Start there. See who's gonna help you out with whatever your personal problem is. I think they designed the system to be blue or red, and you have to pick a side.
Yeah,
it's like having your favorite football, basketball team. It's like, look, ride or die Yankees fan. I know they lost.
Yeah,
but I'm still going to be a Yankees fan. But I can't be like that with politics. You know what I'm saying? Because that literally affects me.
Yeah.
The team loses, if the Yankees lose or not, I still make the same money. Still get up the same way. Like, nothing changes, right? Nothing changes. It doesn't directly impact me. But if my government changes or, like, my mayor changes, that affects me.
Yeah.
Financially, whatever, my safety. You know what I'm saying? You got cops shooting innocent people in the damn subway. Like, it affects me.
That's why this shit should be taken serious, man. People out here voting, not even realize what's going on. which is dangerous.
They said he was bad, so I'm not gonna vote for him. Or they said she was this, and I'm not gonna vote for her.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. But election time's next week. Go out and vote.
Go vote for for whatever you believe in.
Whatever you want to do. It's your choice. It's your choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And definitely, like I said in the last podcast, vote in your local elections.
That's more important.
Mayors and governors, because that is what really affects you. And look, all of you who want abortion and all this other stuff, vote. It'll be in your state. Simple.
Yeah.
Simple. If it was that big of a deal, if the abortion stuff was that big of a deal, all the states would have just voted for the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But apparently it's not. So, I mean, hey.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. But like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Let us know what you think. Definitely give it a thumbs up. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Election time, we're going to do a live stream. And, you know, definitely tune in.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
It's going to be a good one. Well, that's all we got for you today. And at this moment, I'm Rich, and I'm signing out.
D signing out.
See you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Later, y'all.